You must be on top of the world after last week for United. Are they back? Like, talk to me. Is it quadruple on?
I don't like to talk about things like that. Take it each week as it comes. You've got a trophy in the bag.
He's learned. Look at him.
Don't want to be a meme. But we've got a trophy in the bag. Happy with that. Delighted. Listen, at the beginning of the season, if someone has said that we'll win a trophy and we'll be convincingly in the top 4 for the Champions League spot, I would have said, I'm not so sure. I'm not so confident in that because that's where we were at that point of the season. The season starts, Erik ten Hag, the effect that he's had on this squad has been unreal. Aligned to someone like Casemiro as well, I think he's been integral in everything good that we've done on the pitch, but off the pitch, he set the template, Erik ten Hag.
Do you know what? You spoke about Casemiro. He's been so good for United. He's so integral for United that it started people on Twitter, on socials, calling him the greatest signing of the season, right? And so we put out on BT Sport Football, we asked people, like, who is the best signing of the season? And it came back and it was largely Casemiro. I'm going to go read a few of these tweets because United Cynical's written Casemiro's signing of the season and best signing post Sir Alex Ferguson comfortably. It's not even close. Pete Clark, he's 100% the best signing of the season. Man United have been calling out for a world-class CDM. In Casemiro, they don't only have talent, but leadership and winning mentality. He's totally changed the team around. He's one of those players that, I guess, have you noticed it comes in and completely changes the mentality of a side, of a dressing room?
There's players that come in and their ability stands out and it shines, and that's great. But the importance of a mentality shift within that change room was huge. That's what everyone was crying out for. Whenever I spoke about it, culture, mentality, mindset, he's got all of those things. And that, the other players now, you can see him feeding off it. And the best players make others better, and he does that.
I think you've got a similar impact here than when Cantona came at Manchester United, when you needed that missing piece to give you the extra 20%, to turn you from a team with aspirations to a team that can do it. And Cantona had that effect on the dressing room when he came before. Now, I don't want to run before I can walk because the success they then had with Eric Cantona is something that Manchester United would now like to replicate. What I'm talking about is the impact on the room. I think it was a little bit unfair on Casemiro when he first came. People have almost discovered Casemiro, the footballer, since he came to the Premier League.
5 Champions Leagues.
If you'd watched Real Madrid and seen the role that he played there, then you would expect him to perform like he has at Old Trafford. I think it's been brilliant from his perspective that he almost knew his place at Real Madrid. Let Kroos and Modric do their thing. I'm going to go and help Sergio Ramos and Rafa Varane and make sure that I cover all the gaps. He then comes to Old Trafford and he's got a better licence to be Casemiro. So you're starting to see Casemiro make a goal, score a goal, pop up in the opposition box, still do the job that he did so well in Madrid, but we're seeing the more all-round version of Casemiro, I think, in this Manchester United team than we saw at Real Madrid. But anybody who's surprised that he's come over here and made the impact that he has weren't paying attention in Madrid because he was integral to a team that won all those Champions Leagues. And whenever they had a big game, Rio, he invariably stood out, didn't he? He was the one that you looked at and said, Casemiro, he's been outstanding.
Big games, he'd be in the running for the man of the match. He was in the last Champions League final at Real Madrid. I think him and Courtois were the two standout players for me. Super Cup, yeah. And I don't think the impact is a surprise to me. I think football people, the impact that he's had, I don't think they will be surprised. It's his actually footballing ability. The way he's playing the ball forward, his passing has been the bit that I go, wow. I didn't see that. Like Fletch said, he was giving it to Modric and Toni Kroos next to him. That's their job. They can do that. So you understand it. But again, that's an intelligence. Understanding your role within a team is going to make the team better. And he's a fabulous footballer.
On the screen, if you look at it now, you can see that their win percentage with Casemiro versus without is almost double. You know, and does it have to be like a perfect storm where you have to have the right manager, the right mentality for a player to come in and thrive? Maybe if he come in 2 years ago, it wouldn't be the same. He wouldn't have the same impact. Or is he just so good that, you know what, he's going to make every team he's in better?
I think he would have an impact and make individuals and the team better. But he's got more scope to do that within the structure that's been put around him through the manager. I think Erik ten Hag is integral to everything good about Casemiro right now.